Welcome to Etch-A, I'm Ben, and now it is said of Brigit that she was once three persons. Brigit the doctor, Brigit the poet, and Brigit the smith. And as three, she was one goddess, Brio Agit, or fiery arrow, and all poets were her sons. Now in history and throughout Celtic lore, she manifests in several other forms. In Ireland, she is indistinguishable from Saint Brigid of Kildare. In England, she is known as Brigantia, and in Scotland, she is only known as Bride. This is the Scottish story of Bride and how she found herself rescued from the clutches of the Cailleach. Now the Cailleach came riding down freezing northern winds, shrieking down icy gales. She is the Queen of Ice, Hag of the Ridges, Goddess of Winter. Queen Elsa? What? No, this is a Scottish tale. Begone, troublesome spirit. Fine. She was tended by 9 ice hag maidens in a giant flying handbasket. Talk about hell frozen over in a handbasket. Hashtag mixed metaphor. As she and her haggy posse flew over the ocean, she dropped clods of peat. One of them became Scotland. The other became Ben Nevis, the largest mountain in all of the British Isles. From Ben Nevis, she reigned over the land from Samhain to Imbolc. She was as thin as bones. Really, there probably wouldn't be a winter if someone had gotten this woman some therapy. She wore ice blue skin and her eyes were red from the icy winds. For dry, itchy eyes, try clear eyes. Her gaze made even the winds shiver and her breath stripped the trees bare. And she kept prisoner Bride, goddess of spring, whose eyes were summer blue, and whose gaze unfurled buds of spring, and whose breath melted ice into rushing rivers. Now from across the sea on the green isle behind the setting sun, Angus stood on the beach and sung to his beloved bride in bonny Scotland. He was the lord of summer and his power grew as his beloved bride dreamt vivid dreams of his return. On rays of sunshine and lengthening days, he rode across the sea on a marble white horse. Hi-ho, Silver! Wrong story, dude. Across the ocean he roared, but the Cailleach sensed his coming, and she sent her 9 hags with weapons of winter and repelled the summer god back to his land. Angus gathered his strength and brought 3 days of summer, and the Cailleach brought with her 3 dark nights of winter. And they played a nice game of Yahtzee in the Cailleach's living room. Yahtzee! And for 3 days their fierce battle tormented the earth with cold rage. The seas rose up and the winds screamed, and Angus defeated the Cailleach. And she fell back to the Isle of Mool, where she died. In the spring morning, Bride walked free from her prison, and when her eyes met Angus's eyes, the earth warmed and flowers burst forth from the ground. Cheesy! But it is said that the goddess of winter can never die, and that she will reign once more. It is also surmised that Cailleach and Bride are not 2 different goddesses, but have always been one and the same. Again, thank you for listening to my tales. I come out with a new story every Monday. Next Monday I'm going to do a cat story because it's the first Monday of the month. And if you join my Chap Snat, you might get a little sneak peek at what I'm going to do. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Etch-A. It's a big button down below, and it will allow you to receive notifications of when I come out with videos. Also, I have a pre-main channel video up right now on my personal channel. Thank you. Have a good night.